Hello. Hi there. Do you hear me?
Hi,
Hi. I'm Derek.
nice to meet you. I'm Henrique.
Enrique. Did I say it right?
Henrique,
Enrique. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry.
no problem.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Hmm. Very good. I'm from the USA, but I live in Philippines. So
What? Okay. What? Why do you live there? Is it because of uh uh the cost of living is low?
mm, that was one of the many reasons. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I see.
that was a contributor for sure.
I see. Because
Yeah.
because some of the tutors who I talk to, they
Hmm.
usually say that they move to another country because like the cost of living is low, so they can like have um a better life because
Yeah.
and the pay on Cambly is uh is better than if they had stayed in
Yeah.
for example in the US.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
I see.
U.S. is very very expensive.
Uh
Have you
that's-
have you been there?
the US? No, no, I haven't. No,
Yeah.
not yet.
It's a great place for sure, but it is uh, it has its negatives also.
Negatives.
The
Like
the
is it hard to um find a reasonable a reasonable place to live? Like uh
no,
no?
no, that's not hard. No,
Okay.
it's expensive though.
It's expensive. Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
that's the what it's most people don't understand it. I hear it often when people live in the U.S. for a while from who are originally from another country, and then they understand what we mean by the cost of living is so high. So the salaries are much bigger in the United States.
Much
Everybody knows
bigger.
that, right? That's
Uh,
for most companies and most places and most things. Salaries are high in the United States,
what
but
about the
what
uh,
is not understood though is the cost of living is as high or higher than what you actually make, and so it's unless you are a one percenter making a whole bunch of money, then you're you're scraping by every step.
I see. And
Yeah.
what about the government help? Does it help like as much as it should?
As much as it could, no, not even
As
close.
much as it
For
could.
the amount of money that the United States has as a whole, as a country, no, not even close. But it's uh, there are some really deficient areas like the what am I trying to say? Like healthcare is
Uh,
terrible in the United States.
it's terrible. Mm,
Yep.
okay. Because like in Brazil, many Brazilians think that the US is like awesome. Like the everybody who lives in the US, like a US citizen, they live comfortably. Not me though, because I know. But many people who don't actually uh uh have access to education or had
Mm.
never had the access for education. Mostly people ranging from age I don't know like 50 or a little bit lower, but teenagers, I think they get the idea, like teens.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, but a lot of people in Brazil think when you go to the US, you're gonna live like comfortably.
Mm.
You're not going to worry about nothing, and yeah, so you're gonna be living like freely without any worries. But that's not the case, right?
No, no, that's just not true.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because America is like uh first country first country
First, first class is there
like because there's a third country, yeah,
they call it yeah, developing countries. It used to be
developed
called the third world.
third world.
So
Okay,
the first world is what I think you're saying.
yeah, first world. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a
US
it's a
is the
developed country. Yeah.
U US is a developing country.
No, it's a developed country. It has
Developed.
already developed. Yeah,
It's already developed. Okay,
yeah,
and even though it's developed, it still uh goes through, like, the people who live there, it still go through difficulties, right?
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay, so it's kind of complicated because there's people
yeah.
who don't have, like, uh who are kind of um ignorant, about
Hmm.
everything. So they they'll they think um the lives the people go about in the US is like rosy, right? Like it's
Mm.
it's just good. It's like really good, but it
Well,
turns
one
out it's not, right?
one thing the U.S. does provide is great opportunities.
Great opportunities. Like,
So you, like
does it usually have, like, lack of uh job jobs?
mm, no, lack of jobs isn't really a
It's
main
not an
problem. No,
issue.
no, you
Okay,
can find work. Yeah,
you can find work. Okay, but is the
might not
work
might not be your
oh
dream
so
job right away. Might have to work
uh but
for
is the normal work um heavy, heavy than usual? Like, do you have to work like really hard? I mean, like, for
I would.
example, are all those jobs available usually related to heavy work?
Well, uh, that's going to go into the company that you're working for, how much time you actually have to put into it. Are you a contracted employee, or are you like are you contracted? Are you salary? Or are you by hour
Mm-hmm.
rate? And different laws in different areas apply.
I see.
So, like in California, where I was from, you was driven heavily by the state laws, where you had X amount of hours you can work. Anything beyond that is considered overtime, and it has to be paid at this rate, at this multiple of the rate. And so it was like a safety net, making sure that you weren't going to get screwed and your boss is going to pay you for 8 hours but make you work for 12 or 16. They don't let that happen. So there are safety nets in place for the people that workers.
Like
Have-
for
That's
workers who are um I don't know the word, like licensed, like they work uh hmm, like they signed a paper, like who do you
contracted.
call contracted? Okay, so you mean that they are protected for workers who are contracted, but not who are working like part-time jobs, or like who are just doing a gig or something, like a side hustle or something.
Yeah, the gig and the side hustle stuff is because those are hard to monitor. Those are kind of the gray areas, the under the table areas, and things like that, where you're probably working for cash at that, and then are you going to report that cash to pay taxes on it, or are you just going to keep the cash and be quiet? Most
Or,
people don't. Most people just keep the cash and shut up. They don't want to lose half of it.
I see. I get
Um,
it. And also, do you think it happens when, like, when you get a gig or a side hustle, and that that you're not a contractor, uh, contracted, and uh, and then the your employer employer um kind of exploits you for the work?
mm,
Do you think this
you know,
happens as much?
there. I'm sure there are circumstances or cases where that can happen or does happen, but that's not common. No,
That's not common. Okay, I
no,
see.
no.
Mm,
The workers' rights are protected fairly well.
fairly well. Okay, I
Yeah.
see. I get it.
Um, Most companies. I don't know. What do you do? What's your work?
No, I'm currently unemployed, but I've
What do you
been
want to do?
teaching. But I've been teaching on this online platform called Italki. Have you heard about
Hmm.
it? Yeah. So I'm
Mm,
a community tutor there. I
hmm.
teach informal Brazilian Portuguese to foreigners.
Nice.
Make a little bit of money. Yeah,
Yeah,
to make ends meet.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can do all that kind of stuff also in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But then you would be setting up as basically it's your business, it's your private business. So uh, you would still have to file taxes and do all that stuff like everyone else.
Mm.
Um,
But even if you're getting paid, uh, if you're getting low pay, so it's not like for example, if the people who are getting paid uh high, who are getting high pay, uh
mhm.
get deducted uh high amounts, but the people who are getting
Excuse me.
pay, no problem, are they are not deducting as much. Do you think that that happens, or
Excuse me.
it's like
Oh,
equally for everybody?
no, it's not equal for everybody at all. So for low wage earner, poverty or below poverty level, whatever the government considers the poverty level at the time, which is usually like 15,000 US dollars a year, or maybe it's more now. I don't know. It's somewhere maybe 20,000 US dollars a year is considered the poverty level now. So if you so the short answer to that, we're almost out of time, is taxes are very complex. The tax structures are very complex, and there's attorneys that just focus on tax for their career. That's their career. They're tax attorneys.
Okay.
There's a whole side of law that dedicates themselves to it.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
wonderful conversation.
Nice talking with you. You speak very well.
Bye bye.